First, smile, please. Thank you so much. Well, for question for you. Who knows the meaning of the acronym ASO, please? Raise up your hand. Perfect. You are in the right room. Our talk is a marketing talk on App Store optimization focused on Google Play Store. For some words on me, who am I? I'm Daniele. I'm a mobile marketer since 6 years, focused on mobile app marketing, but also on mobile site. But before of this, I was a digital marketer since more or less 20 years. My first website, if I remember correctly, I developed in the 97, yeah. But before of this, I am a psychologist, not an engineer, not a developer, a psychologist. I've studied here in Turin. But before of this, I was a farmer. I'm really proud of my family. And also today, I live in a farm with my family and with my 4 children. But before this, I was a monkey, but it's another story. I think you aren't here for this. So let's start only a few words about our company. Growitapp is a digital agency with a mobile-first approach. We think and we are sure that is a time to revolution the vision of digital marketing with a mobile-first approach in all activity. Our first line of products is linked to the app and mobile app marketing. Our claim is give your app some love. And about this, we provide some strategy for all these components. App Store optimization, the main topic of this talk, but also app promotion, app advertising. App engagement is really important today. One of the best, the most important problem today is the abandon tax of the usage apps. We help company also in measure their ROI, app analytics inside the apps. And our vision, I've said, is in long term mobile-first approach on many activity of digital marketer. So, what we'll see in this talk? I want to show you some data about healthiness of mobile apps. Today, we will see the importance of an app distribution strategy for your app. We show the 2 goals of a modern app store optimization strategy. And we'll see, of course, how we can execute a good ASO strategy on Google Play Store with some our case history included. And of course, at the end, we'll draw together conclusion about this talk. Okay? Okay? Okay. So the state today of the mobile apps. I'm sure that many of you have read something like this news during the last year, or more or less a 12 month. Many actors say that the mobile app economy is at the end. So someone says that the future are only the chatbot or other strategy. Someone of you think this? I take this as a no. So data show us this scenario. In the last quarter of the past year, downloaded app has increased by 70% on the App Store and the Google Play, and particularly 21% of increased download in the last quarter only on Google Play. So this means that is not a really great problem about the download. Problem is in another point. I don't know if you can see the percentage on this pie. About 70% of total download on the stores are made by only 1% of publisher in the world. 99% of publisher, they have only 30% of download. And also, if you consider the paid revenue, the in-app purchase, the subscription, you know that 94% of total revenue are concentrated in only 1% of publisher. If we see the states of most downloaded app in the last quarter worldwide, last year, in the first position, we see Facebook, WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, 4 apps, 1 company. Of course, here is the Google Play Store, and you don't see anything by Google only because they are pre-installed. If you consider also the iTunes App Store, we will see also YouTube, Maps, Gmail, and Chrome on the first position of most downloaded app. So the problem is this. Today we have a big, enormous number of app on store, more than 4 million on Google Play and iTunes, more than 2.3 million apps on Google Play, and the problem is that if you have an app, your app is here. So, if you are really lucky. Well, the first issue that we have is the discoverability problem for our app, mobile app. We have 3 main strategies for our discoverability. The first one is advertising. You can promote your app, and usually you do this with 2 great companies, of course, Facebook and Google. If you take the SDK of Facebook and Google and put it in your app, you can promote your app through many channel and mobile apps, like Facebook, of course, Instagram, the Facebook Audience Network, that is the network publisher outside the Facebook app. I mean, Flipboard, for example, monetize, thank you, the audience network from Facebook. And with the Google AdWords, you can promote your app directly in Google mobile search, on YouTube, on Google Play Store that have a first position that you can pay, and on Google Display Network that is the same thing that Audience Network from Google. more or less. So an important detail is that with these two big channels, they receive the global ad spend of mobile app advertising. If you use, I don't know, Twitter app install, or Mopub, or Burst campaign from AppTurbo, they have only the 20% of total global spend worldwide. The second one is word of mouth. If you try a new app, if you discover a new app, probably you have received an invite from a friend, from a parent, from a colleague. More than 50% of source of awareness of smartphone apps are from friends, family, and colleagues. I'm sure that if you have played to Razzle, example, you have discovered because your friend are playing. Also, Pokemon Go, thanks to his important strategy of word of mouth. You use Snapchat for the same. Also Telegram. I'm sure that you haven't tapped on a mobile app campaign, but you use thanks to word of mouth. Of course, many, many more of apps are provided by word of mouth. The third one is the main topic of our talk, the App Store optimization. Which are the goals of mobile App Store optimization? There are two important goals. The first one, is this. I think you know. Make the mobile app indexed in the store ranking for specific query. About two app on do you hear me? Okay. About two app on three are downloaded driven by search. And I think this is the thank you, Lucy. Oh, better. So I'm sure that you know this, like the goal of mobile app strategy. But is also really important the second main goal, that is increase the conversion rate on store. Pay attention that mobile users take few seconds to decide if the app will do the trick or not. You must be really persuasive in your listing store page. So, according to other research like Fixu, downloaded by search representing 80% of organic download. So it's really, really important how we can detail our listing page to increase the rank and to maximize the conversion rate. The first question about this is how Google Play search engine work. Many people think that the algorithm is the same, the iTunes App Store, but isn't real. There are many differences between iTunes App Store and Google Play Store. So when we find the same app on the different store with the same detail page, probably we can find something better. We can do something better. Because the Google Play search engine works similarly to Google search index. So if you usually make search engine optimization for your website, in the Google Play Store there are many things that are similar in the App Store optimization. So how we can perform our mobile App Store optimization strategy? First element, we must identify our segment. In example, we must underline, put in evidence our competitors, how they can, how they are listed in the Google search for Google Play. For which query, I mean. So based on this, I underline my search keyword. I can find them through Google Keyword Planner, in example, or also Google Trends, but there are also some platforms dedicated to this. After this, I must analyze the search engine result page. Why? Because, of course, there are some search engine result page that you can't climb because there are many competitors too big for you. You select your search keyword that you want to climb, and at the end, you go. You execute. How you can execute your strategy? Now we will see the single element for the first goal, maximize our ranking, and the second goal, how we can improve our conversion rate on listing store page. The first element that we must see is the title of the app. Remember that in Google Play Store, you have 30 characters. Use correctly, in the best way you can. This is the app TripAdvisor, the real name in Italian store, in Italian country, is TripAdvisor Hotel and Ristoranti. So they put the real relevant keyword also in the name, using their 30 characters on the app name. Bonus trick, if you have only one app, you can change also your developer name, and also this form is important for your search engine result page. The second element, of course, is description that is indexed by Google Play algorithm. You have underlined your most important keyword. You have to repeat them in the description page in a correct way, of course, like in the search engine optimization, about 4, 5 repetition of the same important query for you in a description part of your listing page. And you pay attention on the first line. First 3 lines are about 255 characters. Someone said that most important are 167 because they generate some metadata. The third important element for relevance in ranking is rating and reviews. 2 factors are important here. So first one is how many people have rated and reviewed your app. Don't forget to put in your app the pop-up that you suggest to your user to leave a good review in the store, because his impact in App Store optimization is really important. But when I can suggest to my users to leave a good review, and in which way, is really important, because also how high or low are your review impact in relevance of app. So in your app, my suggestion is to generate the pop-up for the review in the flow when your user is probably more satisfied for using your app. And you must remember that you made this with 2 steps. First one, do you like this app? Yes or not? If your users say no, you open a mobile web view and you ask to your users, tell me what you want, you suggest in which way we can improve our service. So if your users say, yes, I like this app, in this case, I ask to my user, please leave a rating and review on store. This is a fundamental strategy to improve your ranking. Also count number of total install. Oh, sorry, for installs. And now we describe better. The same problem. Number of total downloads from the beginning is important for your relevance, but also the download growth. Not in the same way like in App Store, iTunes, where the last 2 days is really fundamental. In Google Play, count about the last month. But the download growth rate is really important for relevance. Also count the number of uninstalled. So if you have an advertising campaign that generate many download, but also many uninstall, this is a problem for your ranking. Someone report that also usage for ranking in store for your queries and for your category is important, particularly the frequency of your user. So, what we can do? Of course, a good mobile app engagement strategy. Segmented push notification, an example, geofencing, and many, many more. They impact on your mobile active users, but also on your ranking on the Google Play Store. Last element, someone said that also backlink, like the search engine optimization, is important for relevance. Particularly, this element is important for app pack. App pack is a group of apps that you can find in Google Search Mobile, not in Google Play Store. When you ask a particular query, an example, if you search to-do list in Google Mobile Search, you can find the app pack. App pack is summarized by 6 elements, and you can open. It can contain 100 apps, if I remember correctly. Important element of your App Store optimization strategy also is that you must track your rank and constantly fine-tune. You have a big opportunity on Google Play Store that it can generate more variation, and you can change your elements description in when you want. It's not possible in iTunes App Store. You can change the description and your screenshot only in a new submission. On Google Play, you can change when you want. So you can try to improve better absolutely when you want. Okay. These are the elements that we have seen that impact on the ranking of your apps in the Google Play Store. The second goal is how I can improve my conversion rate. We must pay attention to the graphic element, because are the first things that I see when I land on Google Play. Put attention on the style of icon, is really important, the persuasive of screenshot. And also remember that you can generate and upload a promote video. So I not tested if it works. We try to see a good video, but I've not tested the network before. So I think it doesn't work. Okay. Ready? No. So this is a good video if you want to try with your mobile device. That summarize how you can create a good short video promoted for your landing page on Google Play. You have to do a short video. You must describe the main feature of your app. You must close your video with a clear call to action. Many video ends with something like download our app from iTunes, search this app on iTunes Store and Google Play. This doesn't work. You must remember that you are on Google Play. So user see your video, and at the end you must be clear on the call to action to download now here. Duration time is between 30, less than a minute, that's sure. I suggest about 30-40 seconds. The second element, really important for increase your conversion rate, is the ability to write a good description. Also in a description you must close or open with a clear call to action. And you must remember that in Google Play you have the first line, a form that is called short description, that it doesn't exist in iTunes App Store. The short description is the first lines that I see when I land on page. You know, I must open the more detail to see the entire description. But the first line, short description, are in the landing page and are really near to your goal button install. So use these characters in the best way. It's important rating a review. You know, you can answer on Google Play, now also on iTunes, to a review from a user. It's important that you have a strategy and you reply in a personalized way. Please don't cut and paste the same answer to all critics. It's terrible. A user dedicates his time to you to write a critic, and you cut and paste. Cut and paste is terrible. It's the worst thing that you can do. You must personalize your answer. If you can reply also to good review, say thanks to good review. Don't insert fake review, of course, it's a terrible strategy. But remember that is important. Your the relevance order is the default view of reviews. So you don't see the most recent. You see, first of all, review by your friends. And after the relevance order, you can promote with upvote and downvote the best review. Remember that if you shift the average of rating, you can improve really your conversion rate. In example, from 3 to 4 average star, you can improve by 90% your conversion rate. How I can test my conversion rate? In which way I can convert in a better way? In Google Play, you have a great function. You can do listing app experience. You can do A/B test on icon, screenshot, video, description. And in this way, you can analyze which of your idea convert in a better way. This is a real case from our client. We have changed only few words in a light version, and we have tested also a completely different on a third option. A great creative campaign can land more and more users to your store, but perhaps he is overpromising, I don't know. So you must analyze different source of your download. Okay, so we will draw the conclusion. We have talked about some words about advertising strategy, word of mouth, but we are focused this talk on app stores optimization strategy. And we have seen on the left how I can rank my query and how I can improve my conversion rate. The two most important goals of app store optimization. I hope that you find interesting these elements. I want to remember you that at the end of this month in Milan, we have a mobile app marketing talk. We see this and the other element of mobile app marketing strategy. You can reserve your ticket on www.6.it. The second thing that I want to say to you, you can find out there our ASO meme. If you turn on the other side, you find a QR code. With this QR code, we provide a simple checkup, free checkup for your app. So, it's the end. Thank you. I want to say a personal conclusion. I love my job because it's a love for mobile marketer, and you must be really creative on this job. And also you must analyze many data. It's also a job for psychology, because you must be patient. And you must have the ability to observe many elements. Oh yeah, it's also a job for farmer. We have a focus on product and customer. We have talked about organic and stuff. So last but not least, is also a monkey job. You must try, learn, optimize, try, learn, optimize, cut, paste, try, optimize. So also this element is important. So thank you very much. You can follow me and our company on Twitter. I think time is over for our spot on talk, but you can ask me anything during the event or by Twitter. Enjoy the rest of Droidcon, and thank you very much.